I have been scratching my head about Taylorsville, Mississippi, and what happened there. Something is just not adding up. And whenever I hear no foul play, I am always all ears. I want to hear what happened. But when Rasheem Carter's death was, determined to initially have no foul play connected to it, it didn't sound right at all, because Rasheem had communicated with his mom several times that he was worried about a group of white guys that had been coming after him, hurling a bunch of racial slurs from a truck, and he was scared. Mom said, go to the authorities, and he did a couple times. And then he disappeared. So October 2, he's reported missing. A month later, November 2, his body is found. It's in the woods, and his remains are scattered, and he's been decapitated. And on November 3rd, the Smith County Sheriff said in a Facebook post that there was no reason to believe foul play was involved. I think that's weird. That's just one day after his body's found, without his head. So Joseph Scott Morgan, who's a certified death investigator, I called him right away, and I said, is it possible, I'm trying to, think about all the possibilities here. Is it possible that a month in the woods in Mississippi in October, is it possible that animal activity could have caused that sort of damage to a body? And he did say it is possible. Coyotes, wild dogs, wild hogs, and domesticated dogs could actually do that, could remove a head from a body. But on Tuesday, the Smith County Sheriff, Joel Houston, who defended his earlier determination, said at the time, no evidence pointed to foul play, which I think is weird because, again, it was only one day, but that he's still waiting on search warrants and that murder has not been ruled out at this time. The attorney for Tiffany Carter, that's his mom, Ben Crump, has said, this is a brutal hate crime and it needs to be investigated as such. And I'm very happy Rasheem's mother, Tiffany Carter, and Ben Crump, family attorney, are joining me live now. First of all, Mrs. Carter, I'm so sorry that we are meeting under these circumstances. And it's just such a painful situation to be in. But facts seem to be fluid. And it seems like when you spoke up, that seems to be when the sheriff softened his tone. Do I have the timing right on that?
Yeah, you had the timing right on it.
It just seems so odd to me. Your son communicated with you that he was being targeted. Can you sort of expand on that a little bit more and tell me what he told you before he died?
Okay, before he died, before anything took place, he actually told me that it was 3 white trucks full of white men trying to harm him, trying to kill him. And I told him to go to the police station and everything. He did everything that I, asked him to do. They told him he couldn't stay there. He didn't stay there. He texted me after he left the police department, and he said that, Mom, if something, he told me, we're not seeing eye to eye. My boss and I are not seeing eye to eye. And then he put his boss name there, and he put the company name there, and he told me if something happened to him, his boss was responsible. And he said, Mama, I'm smart. He got these men trying to kill me. And he texted me that after he actually left the police department that particular night. And then later on, once they found his remains, they told me when I went back there that when they first found it, I never got the opportunity to see it the very first day when they found his remains. So the next day, which was November the 3rd, they allowed me to go back there, and they showed me where his remains were found. But when I went back there, immediately the Holy Spirit told me it was foul play. And then I told the sheriff, I said that, he said, when I told him it was foul play, he said, no, it's no foul play. That's what he told me. And he tried to convince me.
Let me ask your attorney, Ben Crump. Ben, it seems odd that Rashim was found on November 2nd in that condition, and it wasn't even like a day before the no foul play was, posted on Facebook. Is the concern with the amount of time, how quickly they determined that? Because it seems now that murder may still be on the table.
Well, Ashley, they said no foul play so quickly, it made Tiffany Carter and her family believe that they were trying to sweep it under the rug. And it wasn't until our firm and a lot of other people started saying, this doesn't add up. When you look at that text message and the fact that he was being chased, you have to investigate this. You cannot try to tell this broken-hearted mother that her son being found with his head decapitated was natural, because I believe, as Tiffany said, he said, oh, he must have got dehydrated and passed out, and animals tore his body apart from the head, the spinal cord. I mean, it makes no sense whatsoever, Miss Banfield.
Well, we're going to follow this case. Clearly, if there are still warrants due, then there's still information to come, and I hope you'll keep us posted. And we certainly, Ms. Carter, will keep you in our prayers as well. And I said it before, I'll say it again. I am so sorry we're meeting under these circumstances, and I just wish you all the peace that your family is deserved.
Cardi B, I want to thank her and Benjamin Crump for shining so much light on my son's case. I really appreciate the love and the support that they have given me throughout this time.